Oh, wow. I just realized this entire time I've been muted. Embarrassing. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hit that like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to all the members in the building. Welcome, 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 guys. We've made it. It's Super Bowl 59. Hit that like button. Holy smokerooskies, ladies and gentlemen. We've made it. Looks like we made it. Oh gosh, guys. We got so much to talk about this Super Bowl. Give you our Super Bowl preview, guys. But as always, thank you, thank you, thank you guys for coming through. Really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Man, I'm just ecstatic, honestly. I'm ecstatic. We've got we've got so many things to discuss, but this is gonna be a lot of fun. So hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me just get this puppy up and running for us real quick. Yeah, I don't need that either. We're not talking about this either. Okay, perfect. So apparently, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know already, Super Bowl 59 or LIX is here. So be ready because we're about to enjoy ourselves. We're about to enjoy ourselves. Oh my goodness. What's up, Aquavision in the building? Our awesome member, ambassador, Chef Jew, Dolphinier in the building. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Okay, so let me go ahead and get you started, guys. We're gonna break down the Super Bowl 59, guys. Give you the preview, give you everything you need to know about the game, and obviously what I think, who ultimately I believe is gonna win. Not gonna be easy, that's for sure. That is for sure. But it should be a lot of fun because guess what? This matchup, we've seen it already. Second time we've seen it in 3 years. So this time, who's gonna prevail? Is Kansas City gonna go 2-0, or are the Eagles finally gonna step up and win? You know. So definitely excited about that, guys. So come hit that like button. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, what's up, Michael K? One of our other awesome um members. Why am I? Why is this messing up? There you go. I don't know why it is like this, but there it is. Still winner, you know. So gotta represent. But guys, man, this preview is gonna be fun. So let me go ahead and give you this. Let me present my screen real quick so we can see it. Oh, you can see it and not me. That's not good. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. I'm gonna talk about the matchups, guys. I'm gonna talk about pretty much everything you need to know about the Super Bowl. Okay? But please, you see this right here? Hit the like and subscribe. Shout out to everybody coming through. Much appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is gonna be a great Super Bowl matchup. Again, it's Eagles, Chiefs. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chiefs are going to Super Bowl for the third time in a row, looking to do something no other team has ever done, which is three-peat. The Eagles are standing in their way in New Orleans. Eagles right now for the season are 17-2, and Philadelphia is 17-3. Um, Obviously that's because playoff games and stuff. Right now, the Eagles are underdogs by 1 point. Chiefs are favored by 1 or 1.5. I never understand why this is. It's always different, but anywho, you guys that do all this betting, you guys know what's up. Um, but yeah. Um, there it is. So they are favored. The over under in this one is 49.5 points. Listen, I think I had a lot of conversation with Color on League Wide Wednesday this week, and yeah, that number is probably gonna get completely annihilated because last time it was 38-35, so I don't see how it's gonna be any less. Miss Fins, Eagles don't fly indoors. You know? Wait, you mean not the actual bird, but like the the Eagles team. All right, cool, cool, cool. I see what you did there. Mm. So, as far as the Eagles are concerned, ladies and gentlemen, look, they should be the underdogs. Hello, you're literally going up against the back-to-back Super Bowl champs. Like, anybody that thought that the Eagles should be favored in this, I don't know what you're, because that makes no sense. Eagles should be the underdogs. Now, 1 point, it's a neutral site, so this might actually be correct. This pretty much is telling me they have no idea who should win this game. The other reason why I'm seeing it when you're looking at these particular numbers with the who's favorite and stuff is the fact that both teams are very similar to each other. And to me personally, I think the Eagles are a more complete team than the Chiefs, but the Chiefs again are the champs. They find ways to win, multiple ways to win, and ultimately that's all that matters. I mean, it doesn't matter if you win by I'm gonna Toretto this for a second. It doesn't matter if you win by 1 point or 100. Winning is winning. What's up, Lou in the building? Good morning, everyone. Thank God it's Friday. Super Bowl weekend is here. Yes, Miss Phins for the win. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate you, man. You guys had a great show this week, too. Man, I really, really, really enjoyed it. Go check them out, 305 Sports Babe or Soul Flow Sports, okay, on YouTube and all your local listening. Um, but yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Again, it's very evenly matched up. A very even matchup. Now, last time they played, you could even put that the defenses were not there for both teams. This time around, you're literally talking about two top five defenses in the league right now. We're gonna break down what they rank and all of that and the specific matchups to take a look at. But that is a complete to me. That's gonna make this game a lot different than what we saw in round one. This is round two. Eagles, Chiefs. Mahomes hurts. This is round two, and I personally think this is gonna look like a different game than what the first matchup ended up being. Shout out to all you guys in the building. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitter and Twitch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please hit that like button. Come over here to YouTube. We're trying to get to 2,000 subs, and we can only do that with you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Now, this game, guys, our Super Bowl 59 is being played at New Orleans, the Caesars Superdome, home of the New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champs, New Orleans Saints. Chiefs are taking a 15-2 record, and the Eagles are taking a 14-3 record. This game will be this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen. As far as the matchup predictor, this part I don't like. They're saying 44% for the Chiefs, 56% for the Eagles. I almost feel like that's a setup. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, Eagles are not, ooh, Eagles are going to take it. And then, boom, here comes the Chiefs out of nowhere, miraculously winning this game. Okay? I'm not getting that. Okay, we're going to break this down and then we will make our informed decision. Now, one thing I will tell you that I found out this morning, fans are already calling this puppy rigged because several Eagles players, according to this morning, are actually sick. We have to see if they end up playing in the game or not. I think they will. But it's a Super Bowl. I mean, unless you're like literally on a deathbed, you're playing a Super Bowl. So, I mean, it's a Super Bowl. So, anywho. So we got to see how that turns out to be. But we're keeping an eye out on that, trying to make sure everything looks pretty good. Now, very interesting when it comes to the no huddle offense this season. The Eagles have 274 plays, second most in the league, with 6.8 yards per play, which is third best in the league. Chiefs, 16 total plays. They're dead last when it comes to no huddle offense, with an average of 3.5 yards per play, also that last in the offense. So these are going to be very interesting matchups for sure. Um, Sorry, I saw something else and I was like, that's pretty cool. So let's see here. Okay, I need to the rabbit hole, man. It's getting to me. It's getting to me. Nope, I can't see this. You know what Twitter does to you. Okay. Now, look at Patrick Mahomes' overall stats. Obviously, he's got over 3,900 yards for the season, 26 passing touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Hurts, over 2,900 yards and passing touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Both guys have been pretty good in their position this season. Saquon Barkley, I mean, the number one running back, offensive player of the year, Saquon Barkley, with over 2,000 yards in 16 games, people. 16 games. He did it, became the ninth running back ever to record over 2,000 yards in a single season. He did it in 16 games. This is why he didn't want to go for the record, because it would have been with an extra game. There's always going to be a little asterisk. So he didn't want to deal with that. And I totally understood it. That's why I respect him. Maybe next year he does it in 15 games and beats the record. I don't know. But he got a total of 13 touchdowns, right? On the opposite side, you got Kareem Hunt with 728 yards, 7 touchdowns. Also, remember, too, they also have Pacheco, who is coming off of an injury prior to, but has been playing for the last couple of games. So we got to see exactly how they utilize him. And receiving game, obviously their number one receiving target for the Chiefs has always been and will always be Travis Kelsey. Weird that he only has 823 yards and 3 touchdowns, but doesn't matter because they keep winning. Like they find ways to win, and you're like, I mean, that's the making of a great team. I get it. But as a non-Chiefs fan, I hate the team. Like, I'm just being honest. So, just being honest. Now, in the opposite end, you got AJ Brown, over 1,000 yards this season, 7 touchdowns. It's going to be a great matchup seeing those two and how the defenses play against these guys. I'm gonna go over injury players when I show you my other slide, but for right now, we're gonna skip over that for a second. I just wanted to show you real quick. In the last 5 games, the Eagles, this includes playoffs, are 4-1. The only team they really lost to, I mean, the Chiefs. Sorry, the Chiefs are 4-1. The only team they lost to was the Denver Broncos, but everyone and their mothers, including their grandmothers, no, they weren't. They were playing four stringers versus Denver, so I'm not even gonna take that into consideration. It was a vacation. Let's just put it that way. So for that game, we're not gonna introduce it. They're essentially 5-0. Okay. Chiefs are 5-0 in their last real 5 games that they actually played, including playoffs, beating Houston and Buffalo as well. First time this season that they actually score over 30 points was in the AFC Conference Championship. 32-29 over the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Eagles last 5 winners, man. Now, they absolutely destroyed the Dallas Cowboys. Had a fairly decent game versus the Giants. Same with the Packers. Same with the Rams. And completely obliterated in the NFC the young rookie, Jaden Daniels, a.k.a. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jaden Daniels. Shout out to him. Congratulations to him. Um, yeah, they completely destroyed that team, 55-23. I mean, it might as well have been Saquon Barkley's uh coming out party. Now, I will have to say this because again, he's here. In the AFC Championship, the Chiefs did end up beating Buffalo. Obviously, many mistakes they made, but they were playing this year's league MVP, Josh Allen. You heard me. I said it. Congratulations to Josh Allen winning the MVP. It's the only thing he could win. And congratulations on being on the couch, just like everyone else, watching the Chiefs and the Eagles play. Okay. Now, this is a Superdome, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't already know, Superdome is awesome. It's been one of the top 2 Super Bowl destinations ever all time. The only other team or host city to host Super Bowls as much as the Superdome in New Orleans is Miami. Good dogs. So I can't wait till we do it again. That'll be fun. Now, and this game is going to be 78 degrees, sunny, but literally no one's, it's not going to matter because although 78 in February, I feel like that's a little hot, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to be indoors. It is a Superdome. And also, too, guys, this will be aired on Fox. So please, please, please check your local listing so you guys can go ahead and watch the game. It is going to be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox. Now, let's go over to what I like to talk about, which is we're going to break down the actual matchups between both teams. Okay? Now, let me get to my stuff here. One thing that you gotta understand, we're gonna go over a few things. You got 2 very interesting head coaches when you're dealing with the Eagles and when you're dealing with the Chiefs. You've got oh, sorry guys. You got Nick Sirianni, who honestly, for all intents and purposes, I thought was gonna get fired like 2 years ago after they lost the Super Bowl game because man, those fans are ruthless. Literally the worst fan base. They know it, and they're proud to be called the worst fan base across all sports. It's kind of crazy, but there goes Philly fans. Now he was in 2022 he did win NFL Coach of the Year. 4 straight winning seasons in first 4 seasons as the Eagles head coach. This is his second Super Bowl appearance, so you already know the man actually has been doing his job. Like I don't understand why these fans are so intense with him when the guy's literally doing his job. But whatever, fans are fans. They're gonna fan. It is what it is. Then you got Andy Reid on the opposite end. Andy Reid, man, is first ballot Hall of Fame Andy Reid. The man is the only head coach, if not one of 2, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. The only head coach in the NFL that has won over 100 games in two different franchises, ladies and gentlemen. He did it with the Chiefs and he actually did it with the Eagles. So now he's going up against his former team, which I find it hilarious. And try to do something that's never been done before, and that is win three Super Bowls in a row. Now, Andy Reid is already a three-time Super Bowl winner and champ with the Kansas City Chiefs. This is his sixth Super Bowl appearance. He had one with the Eagles. This is the fifth one he's had with Mahomes and the Chiefs as being their head coach. So it's going to be very interesting. So you have two very good head coaches. Obviously, a Titan with Andy Reid, and then a really consistently good head coach in Nick Sirianni. Okay. Now, as far as when it comes to their main guys, this I did want to say before I transition over. Look, you've got Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was let me where's this puppy? Did I take it off? I think I did. Yeah, Jalen Hurts was the fifth quarterback taken in the 2020 draft, ladies and gentlemen. 53rd overall pick. He started at Alabama, played for 2 years, then went to Oklahoma, got drafted second round, late second round, I might add. Um, and look at what he's done. He's a two-time Pro Bowler in 2022 and 2023, second team All Pro, and tied for the most rushing touchdowns in a single season with 15 this past year. Like not this, the year before. He's been a really good, consistently good quarterback for the Eagles. He fits what they're looking to do. He's a dual threat quarterback. He can beat you with his arm. He can get passing touchdowns. He can also beat you with his legs. One thing that I do love about Jalen Hurts is his ability to still keep his eyes downfield while he's scrambling, where he's still able to go ahead and allow plays to develop, giving his guys time for them to finish their routes and then still be able to do it. And if he needs to, he can get that first down himself or at least gain a couple of positive yards. So that way, the next down, he's able to go ahead and get that first down completion. That's one of the things I do like about Jalen Hurts. His ability, and the thing is, not only is he a dual threat quarterback, he's also um he's kind of built like a tank if you really think about it. If he needs to truck through players, if he needs to truck through um a defense, he actually physically can do it. Now, one thing we do have to take into consideration, and one of the biggest weapons that the Eagles utilize in their offense is that tush push, that brotherly shove, which we're going to talk about. It does add to his numbers of rushing touchdowns, but who cares? Like a lot of people really, oh, like that's cheating. I'm like, really? Because I mean, I think we've had quarterback sneaks for the entirety of the league's existence. So at the end of the day, this is just a different way that seems to work really well for the Eagles. And Jalen Hurts has been able to protect himself as well as their starting head coach. I mean, quarterback. On the opposite end, when you're dealing with, their quarterbacks, now you have a young player, Patrick Mahomes, who, in all intents and purposes, has taken the most out of the opportunities given with him as the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs were successful under Alex Smith prior to him being drafted into the team. Funny enough, it was the Bills who traded their pick away to the Chiefs and allowed them to draft Patrick Mahomes, which I find hilarious till this day. And Patrick Mahomes literally has been the number one reason why Bills cannot get to the big dance. That's in their own making. Moving on. Patrick Mahomes obviously is a three-time Super Bowl champ. He's heading into his fifth Super Bowl appearance. Now, um, he's also been three-time Super Bowl MVP, two-time league MVP, and six-time Pro Bowler. So when you're looking at these numbers and these accolades, you think, oh man, this guy, I mean, he's on his way to be, you know, he's gonna be Tom Brady. He's baby go, blah, blah, blah. Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. And I'm gonna tell you a lot of the things that I like about Patrick Mahomes. But pump your brakes, people. One thing I can't stand about nowadays is that everybody wants to crown. Oh my God, the new like relax, let the man play. One thing that made Tom Brady the winningest quarterback of all time is his longevity. This is the eighth season for Patrick Mahomes. Give him a minute, okay? He's still got a long way to go before uh, realistically you can say GOAT status. Okay? Now, he's already halfway there when it comes to Super Bowls? Yeah. If he wins this one, absolutely. Can he maybe get to it? He's in the best position. The Chiefs are in the best position to become the third team ever with the most Super Bowl wins at 6. The Steelers did it. Then the Patriots did it. And right now, with the way that the Kansas City Chiefs are set up, they're the best team positioned to be able to get to that 6th Super Bowl. Is it going to be with Patrick Mahomes? I mean, more than like, I don't see why they wouldn't do it with Patrick Mahomes, but that is a team that has the best opportunity to do so. Now, let's go over here. Now, let me go ahead and go over the injury report real quick. And then I'm going to continue to talk about some other like X factors and other plays to watch out for and things like that. Okay. Right now, they've got the Chiefs currently have 4 players who are in the sick category. There's going to be Meta Risa, their punter. Funny enough, he was picked up by the Bills. They let him go after allegations, didn't give him a benefit of the doubt. And then now he is with the Chiefs on his way to perhaps winning a Super Bowl, which hilarious. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes with his ankle, he did get a high ankle sprain in the playoffs. He's been dealing with that, but that's not going to stop him from playing. As far as their Sky Moore is the other wide receiver, he's been limited. Juwan Taylor, the right tackle. The extremely non-penalized, should be penalized Juwan Taylor. Full participation for his knee, so nothing to see here, people. As far as the Eagles, they got a little bit more. The outside linebacker, Zach Braun, full participation. That's good. Carter, Covey, Dickerson, Gainwell, Goddard, thank God. Jurgens and Uzoma, all of them are in full participation as of this week, so that's a good thing. The ones that have been limited is their offensive tackle Gates, Graham, and the defensive end Graham and Devonta Smith was also limited due to his hammy, but he should be okay. Nothing really to expect as far as what do you call it? Injury concerns, if you will, right? Okay. So we're gonna talk about the team rankings and we're gonna talk about kind of matchups. As you guys know, I like to talk about the offense versus the defense versus the offense. We're gonna go ahead and break that down right now for you guys. But before I do, there was something else I had for us. So bear with me. Um, Hear me. Hey. Okay, so just forgot to do something. There you go. And perfect. Okay. Poof. Now that we got that taken care of, let's continue. Ah, Lewis, you make a great point. If Brandon Graham is in uniform for first time since week 12, it'll be a huge boost for the Eagles team, even if he's a decoy. Tis true, sir. Tis true. Shout out to everybody, all almost 250 of you guys watching this morning. Thank you so much. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. Come over here to YouTube. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, where you can get all this information. Obviously, we do and the entire NFL. And as you can see, we focus on the Dolphins. But let's continue. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna start with the. Oh, should I do the Kansas City? Uh, we'll do the Chiefs defense first, since they are the away team. Technically, we'll do the Chiefs defense versus the. Wait, that's the Eagles defense. Oh, forget it. We'll do the Chiefs offense then versus the Philly defense. There you go. We'll start out with that first. Oh man, there was one more thing I had for us that I wanted to talk about. Is that it? Oh, wow, Miss Fans, I'm special. I'm so special. I'm so special, so special, so special. Sorry. Okay, so let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see over here, we're looking at the league rankings for each team, whether it's the offense and defense. We're going to talk about third down percentage, not really fourth down percentage, but third down percentage, red zone percentage as well. So that way you can see what I mean when it comes to the matchups. Okay. Now, there's some main matchups for us to really pay attention to, like key plays to pay attention to. If we're going to talk about the Kansas City offense, obviously the number one person you have to watch out for, and I didn't mention this earlier, is going to have to be Patrick Mahomes. What I like about Patrick Mahomes, like Hurts, he can scramble. He's really good throwing off platform. He's able to throw any kind of throw that he needs to, whether it's a dump off, mid throw, outside the numbers, or he can hit you with the deep ball. Either way, any kind of ball you can think of, Patrick Mahomes has honed his skills and to be able to perform and make and complete all those passes. And again, he can do it off platform as well. He can extend plays. But one thing I will tell you this, I see Jalen Hurts run more north and south, or more north than east and west. Patrick Mahomes tends to run more east and west unless he's going for the first down, or trying to get the first down. He'll run east and west, but then he'll hit the north right on the edge until he leaves when he's about to get totally destroyed by defensive end. So most often than not, you're gonna mostly see Patrick Mahomes run east and west to extend plays and allow his players. One thing I do love about the Chiefs that I almost feel like, I don't know why teams don't do this, or I don't know why players don't do this. I don't know why this isn't like, it should be automatic for all teams to do this. But because Patrick Mahomes does scramble, his players, his wide receivers, tight ends, they already know, and any eligible other player, that if if it's a broken play, you gotta come back to the ball. You gotta put yourself in the open field. And that's exactly what they do. And because they trust their quarterback to be able to get that ball to them, that's why you keep seeing Kansas City all the time get that first down when you're almost like, how is this man even doing this? Like he should have been sacked. Like this is insane. It's because again, it's two ways. The team trusts the quarterback to be able to throw those plays, and he throws his players to be able to catch those balls, and also to be able to put themselves in an open position that he can throw them the ball. Or I guess this way, because sorry, I'm used to lefty stuff. He can throw the ball to them. So it's a winning combination every single time. So in the offense, you got to watch out for Patrick Mahomes and the number one offensive weapon, which is Travis Kelsey. Travis Kelsey doesn't have to go off. Most of the time, he is a decoy if he's not being utilized in a specific play. He is a receiving tight end. Can he block? Not really. Can he do it? Yeah. And I said, oh, get a little, let me bump you. He's not a blocking tight end. He's not a George Kittle. George Kittle will get through the mud and still catch that pass. Travis Kelsey, prima donna. Uh, and then he'll still get it. I mean, he's got a little more bodies. He can still take hits, but he doesn't block. Okay, he's a receiving tight end. The thing is, he's very good at running his routes, very clean when he comes off his routes, and he's got a really wide radius when it comes to catching. He can catch low balls in front, behind him, and obviously, if need be, he can jump and catch those balls too. When you have a tall receiver, and I think he's like 6'6", 230 or something like that, athletic guy like that big, it's a wide area for your quarterback to be able to go ahead and throw those balls that maybe need to be sideways over somebody or so on and so forth. And that's what's helping Kansas City be successful. Now, as you can see, they're currently ranked when it comes to points for, meaning scoring points. They're 15th. They're middle of the pack. Kansas City's not that, what do you call it? They're not like world beaters when it comes to this season, okay? They're in the middle of the pack, 15th. Now, we don't really focus on yardage in this show because I don't care. Points matter. Yards don't matter. Points matter, okay? They're middle of the road in an offense, but they're still 15-2. Why? Because they have an insane defense. We'll talk about that in a second. They're able to put up points, and we're gonna go down that road. When it comes to yardage, they're also middle of the road at 16. Now, let's check out. I need to make this bigger. It's too tiny for me. Where are we at? 300. There you go. There you go. Welcome to the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you haven't done so already, please do me a favor. Come over to here to YouTube and subscribe if you're liking what you're seeing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue. What up, Michelle? Welcome. I see you, G-Man. Mr. Paul, welcome. Shake Money in the building. Welcome, guys. Appreciate y'all. Please hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Okay. So, again, middle of the road when it comes to scoring points. Let's check out passing and rushing for the Kansas City Chiefs. Right now in yardage, middle of the road, 14th. When it comes to touchdowns, they are 11th, just outside top 10. That's not bad. That means you're good and you're consistent. That's a good thing. That means that they're not working too hard and they're still able to get the job done. That's really good for the Chiefs. Now they're also 11th in interceptions, which is not good because that means they are giving up the ball in interceptions. Okay, never a good thing. That means there is an opportunity if the Eagles defense takes advantage for them to go ahead and pick off the ball from Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Now, when it comes to rushing, I don't even need to move this. Let's go. In yardage, they're 22nd. They are. Uh, how do I put this? 1, 2, 3. Because I kind of put it in 4 tiers. You got upper, top eight, then then second eights, or then you got third eights. They're the third. They're down there. They're not good when it comes to rushing. Now they do have Kareem Hunt, who has completely elevated his game for the playoffs. So this rushing 22, I don't know. With Kareem Hunt, I think they're good. They just got Isaiah Pacheco back. Shout out to Pacheco. Um, Obviously he was their star running back last year. This year, working off those injuries, he's actually able to go ahead and play. I think it's gonna be more running back by committee with Hunt being the main guy, but do not be surprised when it comes to that rushing attack. Kansas City Chiefs, they will pass this ball. That's gonna be their number one attack. Period. Okay. As far as their offense, when it comes to touchdowns, is the only thing you really want to focus on. Points, middle of the road. Again, they do enough to go and get points. They're not high power like they have been in the past, but they do get points consistently. And that's one thing a lot of people forget because, and I've said this before, the Chiefs offense is, I can't say trash because they're in the Super Bowl, but they're bad. They're not nothing like they've been years before, okay? Nothing like themselves. If you compare them to themselves, this is possibly the most basic offense they've run, okay? And yet, when it comes to third down percentage completion, they're number two. They can get that. Eagles defense has two downs to stop the Chiefs. The first and second down, because more often than not, the Chiefs will get that third down completion and make it a first down. Period. And if it gets to a fourth down, guess what? The Chiefs are third in the league at fourth down completion. So you don't want to go ahead and do that. Now, one thing I will say, take a look at this. This is important. Red zone percentage, ladies and gentlemen. The Chiefs offense, when they get to the red zone, that means from the 20th to the goal line, the 22nd. So they're below average. They're below average as an offense, but they still are able to get points. Now, most of their points that they've averaged, ladies and gentlemen, this season, 20 points. But if you have a stout defense like they do, 20 points should be just enough for them to win the game. And that's the offense for the Chiefs, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at what opportunities can the Eagles defense have. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? When it comes to the Eagles defense, they're the number one team when it comes to opposing teams, stopping teams from gaining yards. They're the number one team. I know we don't care about yards in this show, but it's still critical. They're the number one defensive team at stopping yardage from the opposing team. And they're number two at stopping opposing teams from scoring. That is crazy. That right there. So, who do you watch out for when it comes to the Philly defense? Cooper DeJean, Zach Bond. These are the guys you have to watch out for. Zach Bond can, man, as a linebacker, he's a Hawkeye. And when you got Cooper DeJean, whether you're playing man or you're playing zone, the young man has shown you as a rookie from Iowa. Shout out to Cooper DeJean. He can go and get it. And he can get those tackles. So for me, players to watch out for in defense for Eagles, watch out for Cooper DeJean. Watch out for Zach Bond. Those two guys are going to be all over this Kansas City Chiefs. Now, one of the X factors, in my opinion, for the Eagles in defense has to be Jalen Carter, the defensive tackle. He's going to bring so much pressure to Patrick Mahomes, get him out of the pocket. In my opinion, Carter, if he can go ahead and keep building that pressure towards Mahomes, Chiefs are going to have a hard time putting up points. Now, are they going to get completions? We know this. They'll get completions. But they're going to have a hard time at it. And that's what you want. That is what you want as a defense. Okay? Let's take a look at passing and rushing defense for the Eagles. When it comes to yards, passing yards allowed, they're the number one defensive team in the entire league. When it comes to passing touchdowns allowed, they're the sixth best team at not allowing their opponents in scoring touchdowns. That's what you want, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you want. And guess what? Vic Fangio told you, and shout out to Vic Fangio. He told you guys are buying in his defense. And he took that defense from being middle of the road last year to being top two defense in the entire league. Some would say the best defense in the entire team league. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, yeah, the best thing that the Chiefs do is in their passing game. Mahomes, Kelsey, Mahomes, whomever. They're going to have a tough time in that passing game if Vic Fangio does it right now. This is what I have to appreciate about the Chiefs is that, and I'm going to quote Belichick in this, you're going to have three playbooks. There's the regular season, playoffs, and Super Bowl. The Super Bowl playbook, nobody sees. But I'm telling you, expect for the Chiefs to win. If they do win, they're going to win in a different way that we've seen them do from before, which is what allowing them to be so successful. But if they can find a way, if the Eagles can find a way to really reduce what they're better at, which is a passing game, then the Eagles have a real shot at beating the Chiefs come this Super Bowl. Now, when it comes to the rushing game, they're 10th best in the league and not allowing rushing yards, but number 2 when it comes to rushing touchdowns not allowed. And that's what you want. That is what you want. It is insane to me how they're so good in scoring defense, ladies and gentlemen. That's what makes the Eagles defense so elite. You may be able to gain yardage here and there, especially, I mean, Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco are going to have to highlight themselves this game because that's where the deficiency for the rushing game for the Eagles is at. They allow rushing yards to be gained on them, but they clamp down once they get into the red zone. They clamp down once they get to scoring position. Now, taking a look at the Eagles defense, guess what? They're the third best team in not allowing third down completion percentage. Third best in the entire league. Now, if you get a fourth and whatever, you're more than likely going to convert. They're 23rd in the league in fourth down uh, completion percentage. Not that very good. But when it comes to third down, which is the money down, that's the down that players get played, specifically defensive players. That money down, which is a third down, yeah, they're third best in the league. And when it comes to red zone percentage, so once you get to the red zone between the 20th and the goal line, they're their fifth best team in not allowing their opponents in scoring. What does that mean? Yes, you can score on them, but they're gonna force you to kick a field goal or score nothing or punt the ball at all, like completely. You're not really getting touchdowns in this defense for the Eagles. Not really. So those are the guys you gotta watch out for. Those are my key players to watch in defense for Philly. Cooper DeJean for danger. Zach Bond, and you got Jalen Carter. Those top three guys, if they end up coming out and leaving it all on the line, they're gonna have some real success versus Kansas City. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You know who also has a good defense? Denver Bronco under Sean Payton. And they almost beat the Chiefs twice. So, yeah, when I say is there are opportunities there. Now, again, when you got an X factor like Patrick Mahomes, he takes you over the top and gets you those wins. We're not going to discuss the zebras, but gets you those wins. That's what you want. And if you're going to go opposite of this and you're going to talk about Kansas City, well, the X factors for Kansas City absolutely has to be Travis Kelsey, Patrick Mahomes. Like those guys got to show out. They have to. But don't be surprised if the game-winning touchdown comes from some third stringer that nobody's ever heard of, and you're like, "Who the bleep is this guy?" Because it always happens. That's what the Chiefs do, specifically in championship games. Whether it's the AFC Championship, whether it's a Super Bowl. And you're almost like, this isn't even like fair, man. This is ridiculous. But it's true. It is 1000% true. And that's how they're able to do it. So people may not like it, but guess what? Don't be surprised if you're seeing D Hop being highlighted in this game. If D Hop has a successful game and between him and Travis Kelsey are able to kind of play decoy off each other, Marquise Brown should also be able to have a an amazing game. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the art of confusion and diversion that the Chiefs play all the time. Watch Noah Gray end up having more touchdowns, even though I still think Travis Kelsey is probably going to have like 2 touchdowns because he almost always does, I feel like, in the Super Bowl. But don't be surprised if Noah Gray is the one that gets highlighted in the tight end position, especially if they play the two tight end sets. That's going to be a good mismatchup. Now, again, we're talking about the Chiefs offense versus the defense of the Eagles and that Vic Fangio defense. Now we're going to reverse it. We're going to talk about the Chiefs defense, Spagnuolo, versus the Eagles offense, and we're going to break down the X factor players that you gotta pay attention to, and also the players to watch out for as well. Let me. Okay. Come on. Come on. Sorry, my computer being really red right now. Okay. Okay. So let me go ahead and change this and let me put it so that you guys can see now the offense versus the Chiefs defense versus the Eagles offense. So If you know what that is, put it in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum, 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 ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Have too much fun. Okay, so let's get into it. What a villain in the building! Um, this is fun because we're about to see the ninth running back in the league in the Super Bowl. Running back, the ninth 2,000 yard or Super Bowl. I should probably say that right. Finish that statement. This is gonna be so much fun, ladies and gentlemen. Watching Saquon Barkley. Holy smokes! Have you guys seen this man's highlight reel? Like Saquon Barkley, ladies and gentlemen, it to me is gonna be the number one matchup. The number one guy the Chiefs defense has to deal with, which I feel like they will, is Saquon Barkley. And no villain and no AB. It wasn't the Superman theme song or the NFL films. It was actually Halo. So if you ever play like video games, like Xbox over here, Halo, that's a theme song for Halo. Master Chief. So my brain, it does what it wants to. But oh man, holy buckaroos! Did you know that Saquon Barkley in the last 9 games, he's had out of the last 10, the last 9 games out of the last 10 games, he's had over 100 rushing yards, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, uh, mm, mm, mm. Like, as you can see, I'm a fan. I'm really, I'm so disappointed because actually Giants are my like second favorite team because they defeated the Patriots and stopped the perfect season from them completing it, which was amazing. Shout out to Eli. But they were so dumb and letting go of Saquon. But you needed that peacock to go fly, and now he is flying. Holy smokes, Saquon Barkley, ladies and gentlemen. It's definitely a must watch this Super Bowl. 1,080,000,000 times percent. There is no other thing that you can literally say except Saquon Barkley is going to be the main attraction, in my opinion. Holy smokes. Okay, so let's talk about the Eagles' offense real quick. Guys that you got to watch out for. Obviously, Jalen Hurts. Can he deal with the pressure? He's already got the experience. This is his second Super Bowl in 3 years. You got the experience of being in the biggest game of your life, dude. You did it in college. You are now doing it in the pro. You have to step up your game. How do you do that? You got to protect the ball. You cannot have silly turnovers. You have to be able to protect the ball. You cannot throw away the ball. You have to protect yourself. You also can't cause yourself to be, what do you call it? Can't injure yourself either. Shoot. But I'm telling you right now, it almost makes my heart warm. I really want Saquon Barkley to win a Super Bowl, man. I almost feel like the world does, except Chiefs fans. I want Saquon to win. Watch out for AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts. Those three offensive players are going to be the main key factors that I know the Chiefs defense are going to attack the most. But in my opinion, offensively speaking, if Will Shipley can come out of nowhere and be the backup to Saquon Barkley, if he can be that X factor to alleviate some of that pressure from Barkley, he might be the key that unleashes Barkley because it's going to give him time to rest and he's going to give him time to be able to, if they do end up running two running backs, excuse me, I think it's going to be the best decoy possible for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think Shipley needs to be that X factor, man. Watch out for I'm excited for Barkley because I know Barkley's going to be doing phenomenal things. And we're going to talk about the defense for Kansas City in a second, but Shipley, if he can be the one to help out Barkley and take some of that pressure off, yo, Chiefs defense is going to have a hard time stopping those two-headed monsters right there. They're going to have a hard time stopping them. Now, in the offense, the Eagles are ranked 7th when it comes to point scoring. They're the 7th best team. They can score points. Top 10. That's awesome. Almost at will. And do not forget that brotherly shove. Okay? Don't forget that. They're able to do that time and time again. So if it's 4th and 2, 4th and 1, 4th and 3. Like, I think I've seen them do it in 4th and 4, which never advisable, but yeah, even 4th and 3, don't be surprised if they go for it. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And when it comes to yards, they're also top 10 as an offense. But we don't really care about yards. It's all about points, right? Well, in the passing game, ladies and gentlemen, they're horrible at getting passing yards. They are. Eagles are a running team. Run first, run second, run third, run fourth, run fifth, run sixth. Oh, I forgot there were other downs. So, what does that mean? You're going to see Jalen Hurts. He's going to get his yardage. He's going to extend plays with his legs. He's going to get first downs. Rushing. Eagles defense is going to have a spy because you know that he can break off and he can take it to the house. Hey, take it to the house. That's the way we take it to the house. Take it to the house. Take it to the house. Now, don't let me not talk about the rushing game in a second. Passing game. They can put up points in the passing game too. They're top 12. They're also the third best team and not giving the ball away. Very minimal interceptions throughout the entire year. That's amazing. So Jalen Hurts has to do his job as a quarterback. You gotta protect the ball. Don't put the ball in harm's way. If you need to throw the ball away, don't not take these ridiculous sacks. 10, 20, 15 yards because you're scrambling and you can't find anybody. Throw the ball away, get it to the line of scrimmage, and throw the ball away. Please don't put yourself or your team in the 2nd and 22 or 3rd and 17. You have to minimize those. And if they can do that, they'll be good, in my opinion. In the rushing game, 2nd best when it comes to rushing yards, 2nd best when it comes to rushing touchdowns. This is an elite running game, obviously led by Saquon Barkley, but with Shipley, he's able to provide that relief. Now, what do you think that means the Chiefs are going to focus on? Hello. Now, let's talk about the red zone 3rd down conversion real quick for the Eagles offense. They're top 10. They can convert 3rd down. 3rd and 1, 3rd and whatever, they can convert. But they're even better because of the push. And they're top 4 in the league when it comes to 4th down conversions. Because again, that push works every time. Now, once they get to the red zone, which is 20th yard, to the goal line. They're 13th best in the league, above average. They can score once they get to the red zone. That is a lethal combination right then and there, ladies and gentlemen. But let's talk about the Kansas City defense. So, Kansas City defense, when it comes to allowing scores, guess what? Top 14, fourth best at not allowing points to their opponents. Ninth in yardage. But again, we don't care about yards. Points. They actually stop their opponents from scoring points. This is why the offense can score 17 points and still win the game, because their defense stopped the other team from scoring at most 16 points or less. So this is why it's worked out and the Chiefs have been able to find a different way to win. It's because their defense has let them, in my opinion, the last two years. And guess what they've done in the last 2 years? Win a Super Bowl in the 2 years prior to. Now, this year being the third year, they're also led by their defense. Let's check out passing and rushing. Guess what? In touchdowns, in passing touchdowns allowed, they're 12th, above average. That's good. Almost top 10. That means, yes, you can get yardage. They're average. They're middle of the pack, middle of the road, mid. You can gain yardage in the passing game from the Chiefs. Taking a look at the rushing game, they're number 8 when it comes to rushing yards allowed, and top 10 when it comes to allowing rushing touchdowns. Clearly, the matchup is well suited for the Eagles to destroy the Chiefs' defense in the running game. So, of course, expect Pagnola to put his main focus in the run game and trying to stop Saquon Barkley, which is why Shipley has to be an X factor for the Eagles, because they're going to put so much emphasis on Barkley that you're gonna need someone else to leak out and to take over those snaps. Now, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The Chiefs defense, even though, yes, they're number 8 when it comes to rushing yards not allowed, essentially, or in top 10, and not allowing rushing touchdowns. Guess what? They had a really hard time versus the Buffalo Bills and James Cook. James Cook had his way versus that rushing defense of the Kansas City Chiefs. And James Cook, it's nothing compared to Saquon Barkley. Now, James Cook is much taller, obviously, lankier, but the sheer athleticism from Saquon Barkley is insane. So the fact that they have problems with James Cook, who to me had to be the X factor for the Bills for them to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have a tough time versus Barkley. So you don't think that they're already focused on that? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, when it comes to third down conversion, ladies and gentlemen, anybody can gain a third down conversion on the Chiefs. What does that mean? Their defense stays on the field. Now, fourth down conversion, they're top 10. You're going to have a hard time. Yeah, you may get the third down, but if we stop you, you never know. Which works in the favor for the Eagles, ladies and gentlemen, because they're better in the fourth down than they are in the third down conversion. Nobody really has found a way to stop the tush push. Now, has it been stopped? Yes, it has. But it's been so hard to stop the tush push. So, right now, in my opinion, the running game, clear advantage. Oh, the running game for the Eagles, clear advantage over the rushing defense of the Chiefs. So that means that the Chiefs are going to have to make that a priority. And you know they will. They're probably going to focus on on Barkley, trying to minimize his impact, and say, hey, Jalen, you're going to have to beat us. You're going to have to put up 3 passing touchdowns and maybe 1 rushing touchdown, because guess what? We're going to limit Saquon and he's not going to go off. He's probably going to get 86 yards. He might get a touchdown, but he's going to get 86 yards and he's not going to go off on us. That's probably the game plan that you're going to see from the Chiefs defense, because based on these numbers, that's going to be the best position that they're going to be in. In the red zone, they're 8. So top 10 when it comes to red zone defense. That means when a team gets to the red zone, they're able to go ahead and get them out of the red zone, force a field goal, or you're gonna have to you're not really scoring, whether it's passing or rushing. So to me, the rushing game for the Eagles has a clear advantage over the rushing defense of the Chiefs, in my opinion, even though the Chiefs are, quote unquote, on paper, better at rushing defense than they are passing defense, but it's really not by much. I mean, if you're taking a look at what matters, which is points, 10th best in touchdowns, um, 10th best at not allowing touchdowns in the rushing game, and 12th best um, in the passing touchdown and not allowing passing touchdowns. So that's going to be where you're going to see most of it. Now, some of the key factor players in the Chiefs defense that we have to keep an eye out. Some of the guys in that defense. Number one guy, do I even need to say his name? Chris Jones. Okay, I said it. Chris Jones is going to have to put everything out there on that field, man, and disrupts Jalen Hurts. Force him out of the pocket, make him uncomfortable, keep nothing but pressure. Now, understand this, the Chiefs tend to run a 4-3 base defense, so you could understand how I could see them trying to apply pressure up the middle and also through their edges. This should be very interesting when Kansas City plays versus the Eagles, because the Eagles, again, they absolutely love that run game. So if Saquon Barkley makes you miss, specifically up the middle, he can break off and go for a 60-yard touchdown. That's the one thing Eagles cannot let happen. I mean, Chiefs cannot let happen. Now, mind you, they got Wharton and Chris Jones as their tackles. They got Karlaftis and they got Dana as their edges or defensive ends. If those four up front can stop and essentially go after, bring the pressure to Hurts and stop the run game, Chiefs are going to win this game. To me, the major factor for this team, for either team, is going to be their defense. That's why they say defense wins championships, ladies and gentlemen, because it does. This is a time where you're going to see these guys step up. That's it. But Chris Jones has to be the main one. Karlaftis has to be the second one. And then, obviously, you already know when it comes to the Chiefs defense in the passing game, they allowed yardage. They do. They do. They're 18th best. They're middle of the road, just below average. So what does that mean? That means that the Chiefs are going to have Trent Duffy be the best that he can be with honors. Because if Trent Duffy can be a shutdown corner to A.J. Brown, the Eagles they still got Devontae Adams, obviously. He's their wide receiver too. But he has played as a wide receiver one. If Trent McDuffie can lock down A.J. Brown, which to me that's gonna be his assignment, then that's really gonna make it tough for the Eagles to really pass the ball, especially if you got Chris Jones and Karlaftis and the D line stopping the run, and you've got um, Trent McDuffie blanketing AJ Brown. They're gonna have a tough time. Now, one thing that they do have, which I personally love, you guys know I love tight ends. Dallas Goddard has to be a major factor here for the Eagles offense, in my opinion. If the Eagles offense can do it, Dallas Goddard, especially in the middle, if he can beat him and Shipley, to me, they've gotta make it happen because holy smokes, those two guys could be the reason why the Eagles end up winning. Because to me, it's a mismatchup. Hmm. So yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Excuse me. Shout out to all 300 of you guys watching right now. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. Do me a favor. If you like what you're hearing so far, thank you. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitter and Twitch. You guys are awesome. And obviously on YouTube. Please do me a favor. Please come over here. Come over to YouTube. We're trying to get to 2,000. If we can get all you guys to come through, that'll be amazing. And it'll help out the growth of the channel. So thank you guys so much. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that supports the channel and donates. Just so you know, I'm probably gonna end up doing a show tomorrow about this. But tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate our third anniversary of the channel. Woohoo! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this channel turns 3 years old tomorrow. I was gonna do today, but I'm like, I'm so into the Super Bowl that I can't do it. So tomorrow, I might do a little special, short show just to celebrate. If not, I'll probably do it Monday. Nah, I'll probably do them. I don't know what I feel like, but more than likely tomorrow, guys, I might do a show just to celebrate year three of so many blessings to you guys, blessing the channel. Oh, no tax on tips, so no more donations. Tips, ladies and gentlemen, we accept and appreciate all tips because I was told no tax on tips, no tax on tips. So I don't care about the political stuff. I don't care about the money. So no tax on tips. All tips are accepted. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Bulk. Yeah, so third year anniversary is very exciting. And we're gonna continue to do this. So come check it out. Tomorrow we'll do a show. Appreciate all you guys that have blessed the channel, man. You guys keep the channel going. Um, donating to Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Super Stickers, Super Chat. Shout out to all the members. Man, you guys, thank you for all the blessings that you do. Well, now they're tips, because that's what I was told. So thank you for all the tips. So we can keep this puppy going. I appreciate you guys. Okay, back to the Super Bowl, guys. Because I got a few more minutes, I can get out of here. Listen, the matchup for this Super Bowl, it's a lot of fun. Okay? So what this tells me is the Chiefs defense, they're gonna focus on Saquon. This is why Shipley has to be the X factor in the offense for the Eagles. Okay? The Eagles' third down conversion, ladies and gentlemen, their offense, they're top 10 in third down conversions for the Eagle. Top four. Fourth best in converting fourth downs. 13 best in scoring in the red zone. That's what you want. But right now the matchups are simple. Kansas City is better at is quote unquote on paper better at kind of the same really. Let me put it here. Kansas City defense is better at minimizing rushing touchdowns. Well, that's exactly what the Eagles are best at. And guess what? To me, that's still gonna be the number one matchup right there. Period. That number one matchup is gonna be insane. In a passing game, though, if Jalen Hurts can manage, there is some opportunity for Jalen Hurts to make it happen. I almost feel like I'm kind of trying to, find ways to get Philly to win. But the truth is this, and I'm gonna quote the league MVP on this one: to be the champs, you have to beat the champs. And in order for the Eagles to win this Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen, the Eagles are going to have to beat the Kansas City Chiefs and take it out of the hands of the refs. There's no other way, no other way of saying it. It's no other way of saying it. There is no other way of saying it. So to recap, your offensive X factors and guys to watch out for the offense of Kansas City: Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes. These I feel like are almost obvious. And your X factors has to be Marquise Brown, Noah Gray, and DeAndre Hopkins. But don't be surprised. And I think this is going to be the funniest crap ever. Do not be surprised, ladies and gentlemen. If because they still got Juju Smith Schuster, obviously. They got other wide receivers. Do not be surprised, right? If the Chiefs end up using Nico Remigio. And you're like, who the is this? Well, that is technically their third wide receiver backup. So if you start hearing Justin Watson or Nico Remigio, just know the Kansas City Chiefs is finding a brand new way to beat their opponents. Period. And I know I'm talking about Kareem Hunt and the running game for the Chiefs, and obviously Isaiah Pacheco. They still got Samaj Perine. Do not be surprised. These no non game named or known guys. This is why Noah Gray is probably gonna have a better game than Travis Kelce overall. But Kelce will probably end up getting because you need the TV time with Kelce. We gotta have that swift evasion the TV. Um, yeah. So that's pretty much it. Now I'll tell you this: it's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. No matter what happens in this Super Bowl, have fun with your family, have fun with your friends, be safe, enjoy this. Well, first day draft show, Miss Phins. We all need to be on record for who we would have selected. Okay, Dolphin Don. We'll do that. What up, Joe Riz? One of our awesome members. This is gonna be a lot of fun, guys. No matter what, no matter what, no matter what. One thing I will tell you this: history will be made in this Super Bowl. Kansas City is in best position to be the first team to win 3 Super Bowls back to back to back. And the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be able to win another Super Bowl, and this time versus their former best coach of all time. It's still Andy Reid for the Eagles. The winningest coach of all time for the Eagles is still Andy Reid. And that's going to be amazing. And to your point, Miss Phins, you streaming this weekend? I'm probably going to do tomorrow because it is the anniversary show. I mean, me and like whoever shows up. Just to have some fun. Maybe I'll do like an open panel, have fun, talk about the Super Bowl, and just enjoy and celebrate our 3rd year anniversary. So Yeah, tomorrow I'll do it. It'll probably be around noon, guys. If I wake up that early. Yeah, it'll probably be around noon. It'll be fun. Open panel. You guys can come talk, say hello, send your blessing, tips, because no tax on tips. But yes, so that'll probably be it. I'll probably do it tomorrow around noon. So you guys can come. We could talk Super Bowl. We can have fun. And guys, this is it. It's the last weekend of the NFL season. Let's go. Yep, 3 years ago, I started this channel literally on Super Bowl week. You can't get more late into the season than that. I should be able to hop on. Yes, Michelle, come through tomorrow. That'd be awesome. But yeah, so tomorrow around noon, come check it out. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm gonna be very excited to celebrate with you guys. And again, no tax on tips. So but no, I appreciate you guys. And again, this is Miss Phins, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's the last game preview. Super Bowl LIX or well LIX or 59. Eagles, Chiefs. What is it? Fly Eagles fly in Chiefs Kingdom, right? Those are the two, right? Listen, congratulations to both fan bases. At the end of the day, look, I'm a Dolphin fan, as you can see. I mean, I can only dream about my team making it there. One day we'll make it back, and I'm gonna be crying so much, and I will be there. Hopefully, it'll be on when we get the Super Bowl next. Ooh, ooh, could we be the third team to win the Super Bowl at home? That would be insane. But wherever it ends up being, I don't care. Okay, I just want to win a Super Bowl. So congratulations to the Chiefs fans and to the Eagles fans. You guys get to celebrate this season. And hopefully one of you guys come out on top. Let me give you my prediction who I think is gonna win. Okay, I kind of gave this to when I did League One Wednesday. Come check it out Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. with myself and color commentary, my co-host. Um, Look, the right answer to this question, who's going to win this? The Chiefs, people. I mean, I don't even know why anyone's hesitating. The Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl. But wait, there's more, okay? We know this. I predict that this is going to be an extremely heavily defended game in the first half. Expect it to be low scoring, in my opinion. I don't think you're going to see a breakout of 30 points by each team in the first half. I don't see that at all, especially with the fact that you're looking at the top two defenses in the league. You know what I mean? So I expect this to be a very low scoring, heavily defended first half. Now, around the third quarter, that defense is going to soften up on both sides. And the fourth quarter is going to determine who wins the Super Bowl. I got it 24-22 defense. Chiefs winning it. It's the right move. We know this. The narratives. Oh my God, the only team to create. Are they a dynasty now? Yes, they would be technically a dynasty. Winning it 3 times like that. The first ever team to win 3 straight Super Bowls. Well, guess what? Miami Dolphins were actually the very first team to make it to 3 Super Bowls. We did it in 71, 72, and 73. Lost 71, which I wish we would have won. 172, 173. So, but that would be pretty dope. You know what I mean? And of course, Patrick Mahomes will be 4 times Super Bowl MVP, right? That's what we expect. And the Seabirds on their side, right? That's what everybody says. But, but, if the Eagles do what I think the Eagles are going to do, which is really put the emphasis on, not even Patrick Mahomes, you put the emphasis on not Travis Kelce either, because he's gonna beat you anyways. You're gonna even if he gets 47 yards in the game, he'll still have 2 touchdowns, right? Those are inevitable. We already know this. But if the Eagles end up stopping the run, the Chiefs, sorry, the Eagles stopping the Chiefs' run, and containing Patrick Mahomes in that pocket, and they can put up points, and Saquon goes off, gives you two on the ground, maybe one in the air, but two on the ground for sure. To me, in order for the Eagles to win this, they have to blow out the Chiefs. Now, what does a Super Bowl blowout look like? Nobody wants to see that. 55-10. Gross. I literally will turn it off. But in a blowout, in the sense of you have to put it outside of the ref's hands. How do you do that? You have to win by double digits. Simple. It's got to be a two scoring game. Whether that's 9 points, 10 points, you have to make this a two-score game. If you do not make it a two-score game, no way will the Eagles win. But that's just me. That's what I think. That's me personally. What I think about this game. I don't think the Eagles will win if that's what they do. But if they find a way to reduce Patrick Mahomes, reduce, because you really can't stop him. But if you can reduce his impact on the game, obviously watch out for the other guys, because it's not going to be Kelsey and Mahomes. It's going to be the Noah Grays, the Nikos of the world. Those are the guys that are going to end up coming out of nowhere, and you're like, where did this dude come from? Like, what is his jersey number? Like, I don't even know. Those are the guys that are going to end up winning the Super Bowl for the Chiefs. It's not even going to be the main guys. So, in order for the Eagles to win, to me, they got to win by double digits. 10 points. I got it at 31-17. If the Eagles really want to make sure that they win this Super Bowl. But more than likely, a 31-24, 31-22. That's what the Eagles are going to have to do in order for them to beat the Chiefs. Because if this is a close game, ladies and gentlemen, out of the 17 games, no, I'm lying. Now it would be what, 20 games, right? Because you've got the or 19 games for the Chiefs, because they got the first round bye. Out of the 19 games that the Chiefs played all season, all but two of them, or no, three, all but three were a one-scored game. They're at 17-2 right now. All but three games, and one of them they didn't even play. So realistically speaking, it don't really even count. So when it comes to winning short game or close games, yeah, you got to give it to the Chiefs somehow, some way. The Chiefs are gonna find a way to win the game. Nobody's gonna know why. Out of nowhere, but the Chiefs will win that close game. If the Eagles don't want that to happen to them, they're going to have to blow them out by 10 points. So 31-21, 31-22, 31-23. That's going to have to be the only way, in my opinion, the Eagles win this game. But the Eagles can do something that the New York Giants did in 2007 to the New England Patriots. And that is to rip the hearts out of Chiefs Kingdom and the Kansas City Chiefs and take whatever record they were about to be the first team to whatever. Take that puppy away. Oh my God, that would be amazing. So either way, whether Chiefs win and get the 3-peat or Eagles end up destroying them, which is what I want. Eagles, please win. It's going to be a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of fun. Oh my God. Can you imagine if the Eagles pulled it off? Fly, Eagles, fly. Oh man, I think we will. Oh, the whole nation will be Eagles Nation. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. That would be amazing. So I'm putting in 2007 New York Giants juju and dust on the Eagles so that they can do something and stop the monster that is the Kansas City Chiefs. Because man, I don't want to see them do this. I don't want to see them get three in a row. I don't. I don't want to see that. So for me, yeah, I'm all for it. I really want Eagles to win, but I just think that they will have to win very high in order for them to secure and not be taken away from them. Okay? But like I reported, ladies and gentlemen, earlier, there are several fans out there who are already saying that this is rigged because guess what? There are several Eagles players, according to reports, that are apparently sick at the moment. And hopefully that isn't a thing, Hopefully they can recover. But that would be insane if it ends up being um the case, and another reason why Kansas City wins, right? I'll tell you this though. Saquon Barkley will be Super Bowl MVP if the Eagles win. That's for sure. For sure. So shout out to the offensive player of the year, Saquon Barkley. Hopefully he can help his team go over the top and win a Super Bowl. That would be. Can you imagine being the Giants or Giants fans? You had him in the building and you let him go, put nothing around him, and then now he's hoisting not only the Lombardi but also the NFL MVP. Oh, oh. And apparently, according to Giants videos that are coming out, apparently they wanted Saquon and they wanted Jaden Daniel. So yeah, that's insane. So the same thing that I have a special heart for the Giants. Let a generational talent, in my opinion, in Saquon Barkley. And I know he's getting older, but no, the man is just starting. He's hitting his prime. So it'll be great. It'll be a lot of fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming through again. This is Miss Phins. I am Miss Phins. Really do appreciate it. Oh my God, our last game preview of the season, the 2024-2025 season. So excited to be here with you guys. Thank you so much. No tax, no tips. So thank you for all the tips. Uh, all your donation, guys. Really do appreciate it. If you like what you see, go ahead and follow me on social media. Everything is Miss Phins, MISSPHINS. So please, please, please go ahead and check it out. I really do appreciate you guys. Again, please, if you haven't done so already, we are trying really hard to get to 2,000 subs. We can only do that with you. So all 300 plus of you guys watching right now from Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, all of it. Thank you so much for watching the show, watching this season. Oh, don't worry. We got a whole off season to go through. We do the whole season. We don't just do in season like some of these other shows. We give you, like I said, I started this show literally this channel started the week of the Super Bowl 3 years ago. And we're about to celebrate our 3rd year anniversary tomorrow and then start year 4. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for all your blessings. Thank you and shout out to everybody I met in person at the games, everybody that has come through. Thank you so much. Shout out to our winners, our fantasy winners. Finsanity winning the Pick'ems challenge. Shout out to her, and shout out to Context in winning our fantasy league, man. Shout out to both of them, and shout out to everybody that ended up participating. Can't wait till next year. Don't worry, I'll be a better commish. Okay, I'm learning how to be a commissioner. Gosh. But it'll be a lot of fun, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Please do me a favor again. Come over here to YouTube, guys. You can find the link on all my bios. Please find the link. YouTube.com/ Miss Phins. Okay? Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Stay blessed. Have fun. Stay safe this weekend and enjoy yourselves. As far as the halftime show, we gotta see what happens. It's what Kendrick Lamar, so should be fun to watch. But I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow around noon. We're gonna go ahead and celebrate our 3rd year anniversary, guys, and with our live show. Go ahead and come through. It'll be a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much. Take care. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, bye bye.